Well, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, wherever you are in the world. I am hoping that you are finding some joy, some happiness, some presence, and enjoying the beauty of this world and enjoying the journey of awakening your new feminine paradigm, leadership qualities, and stepping into your power. We're going to go ahead and light the candle and set an intention. So I've got my candle here. I am setting the intention of acceptance, forgiveness, humility. Mm. And lighting the fire within our hearts, bringing in the energy of humility, acceptance, and forgiveness. Mm. And so it is. So be it, and so it is. So we had a little bit of a blooper. And I'm coming on to talk about how part of leadership, and I've grappled with this part, is the responsibility of leading and getting it wrong. And I got it wrong. I had someone helping me with the videos, and she was unable to help, so I've been doing it on my own. A bit of a one-woman show, one-woman band here again. Even though I love having help and support and I crave it and I want it, it is what it is. And I sent out the wrong video and I did it. She didn't do it. I did it. It's my blooper. I sent out the raw footage, um, Buffy's video. And so I'm resending the edited version where I'm not telling her to look into the third eye. I feel so like embarrassed. And I'm sitting here feeling like shame and blame and like embarrassed. And at the same time, I'm going to come on here and I'm just going to talk about it because what happens when we step into these leadership roles is we just expect ourselves to be perfect. And we're not. And I'm not. I'm certainly not. I'm doing my very best. And the embarrassment that I feel is actually not for me. It's for those that I serve. Like I always want to represent my speakers in the highest and best and most beautiful way possible. And so that's the embarrassment that I feel is that by me sending out the raw footage, I'm laughing about it and saying it's a blooper, but like, ah, not good. I feel bad. And I just want to actually publicly come on here and admit that I've made a mistake and I'm sorry. And I'm also making this video as a learning, as a teaching, because like what Gita Sidhu Rob said, I mean, her words just keep singing out right now as I'm feeling like so much like, oh, humiliation and like, oh my goddess, what did I do? I sent out the wrong video. I sent out the raw footage. And it's because I am working so much, not to make excuses for myself, but I'm working and I'm tired. And it was a mistake. It was a blooper. You got to see the raw footage behind the scenes. Not what I intended. But I want to bring this up because Geeta Sidhu Rob says that she's not interested in being perfect. She's interested in her personal power, her empowerment. And that is what keeps coming in as I like shrink in this kind of shame and blame, these feelings of being humiliated. Like I feel the energy of humiliation. But then I'm thinking about that word, being humiliated, is so close to humility as well. And I don't want to push those energies away, the humiliation, the embarrassment, the blame and shame. I want to learn from it. And what I'm learning in this moment in time, because we've been talking about what is the sacred divine feminine leadership qualities, it's the quality of being able to admit when you're wrong and then go, okay, I'm wrong. I'm going to do better. And that's humility, right? That's so from the humiliation, which is an important energy to feel because it helps you course correct and realign and go, oh, darn it, I got that wrong. And at the same time, the emotional intelligence and the spiritual intelligence piece of it is like, how can I course correct? So I'm course correcting by coming on here and saying, I made a mistake. I've taken that video down. So when you go to watch it, it will not be there. It's unlisted, and I'm sending out a new video as soon as I'm done right here, because I'm doing this right now. I am course correcting and bringing it back to alignment. And I think this is part, well, I know it is because everything's meant to be for a reason. So this too is part of the journey. We're all on this journey together. This is a circle. As the leader, I am sitting in the circle with everyone, and I'll be the first one to say, I am not perfect. But like Gita Sidhu Rob says, I'm interested in empowerment. And I'm choosing this, and I got chills as I'm saying this. I'm choosing this as a teaching moment, not just for myself, but for whoever else needs to hear it right now. If you're listening to this message, you're allowed to get it wrong as a leader, as long as you admit and course correct. And then everyone learns that it's okay. And then we can step more powerfully into these leadership roles because we're all figuring it out together. We're all sitting in this beautiful, sacred, divine circle. And what I've learned is leadership is about responsibility. It's about owning when you do get it wrong. So I'm like, first I was just like, oh my God, oh my goddess. And then, all this like energy. And then I'm like, okay, how do I transform this humiliation into humility and this embarrassment into let me just be seen and this like shrinking and wanting to crawl under a rock and then just say, you know what? It's okay. It's okay. It's a blooper. You all got a blooper today, and you'll get the correct, refined, beautiful version. And now, instead of being in the quicksand of humiliation and shame and blame and let that take me down, no. Part of the empowerment is recognizing, okay, course correct, realignment, moving forward. And so I'm not going to be taken down by a blooper today. And I'm course correcting and moving on and moving forward. And this is my message to each and every one of you today. It is okay to fail. It is okay to get it wrong. And, Dawn Montefusco was telling me in her video, she talks about who it is. I can't remember who it was, but oh, was it Spanx? I think the leader of Spanx says that they, instead of doing gratitude prayer at night, they talk about what they did that day to fail, like how they got it wrong. And that growing up in a family that did that taught her a very valuable lesson. And the lesson is that anyone that is successful fails and fails and fails, and they don't give up and they keep going. And that, she says, that's why she has been as successful as she's become, is because she failed and she kept going. And so the other night we did that. I told Dawn I was going to do that with my family. And so I did. I brought that up. We always do a gratitude prayer at dinner time and say what we're grateful for. It's part of our, instead of praying to God, we we say what we're grateful for. It's what we do in our family. And so I've implemented, how did you fail today? And the kids, my teenagers, 13 and almost 18, they loved it. They like really like quickly were like, okay, we can play this game. And it really opened up a lot. And I'm going to keep doing that as part of our practice. Maybe not every single night, but two, three times a week. I'm just going to say, hey, how did you fail today? Because the most successful people in life have failed a lot. And they don't maybe talk about that part of it, but the most successful leaders that I know, they just kept failing until they got it right. And they didn't let that stop them. So I'm sharing this message to say, keep going, turn your humiliation into humility, turn your failures into teachable moments. And this is what cultivates resilience. And this is what cultivates confidence and courage and grace. So have a wonderful, beautiful, blessed day. And I hope this has been a value add on your awakening spiritual journey. And this video with Buffy our conversation is so good. It's so good. I've included the promo video that I made for her just as like a chocolate, dark chocolate covered cherry on top to say,